Hi, I'm Atul Kochhar, and this is the Great British Chef's Signature Series. Inspired from street food of India, this particular recipe has got a lot of nostalgia for me. There is nothing called Indian cuisine. It's the biggest misnomer in my opinion. Whatever is good in North is not good in South. Whatever they do in East, we don't want to do that in West. So I think the best way to describe food from India is to call it cuisines of India. I strongly believe that the best Indian food outside India you get is in the UK. I have traveled everywhere, every continent I can say now, and the best Indian food is available in London. My name is Atul Kochhar. I'm chef patron of Masalchi restaurant in Wembley Park. I'm going to cook a sweet potato salad. It's a street food from India. We call it shakarkandi ki chaat, and the word chaat is a generic term for either the street food or salads. The ingredients are sweet potato, which I have blanched it, and then we'll marinate it. For that, I'll start with the ginger garlic paste, about 2 teaspoons, half a teaspoon of black pepper powder, about 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, salt to taste, and we got lemon juice, oil. So I'm using sunflower oil, which is very common and simple, and we blend it. So this is my first restaurant that I'm doing casual dining in London. Before this, I'm used to doing fine dining only. Needless to say, I'm still learning the ropes, to be honest, and they are so different to each other in terms of operations. I wouldn't say it's difficult, it's a different ball game. You need to learn the ropes. So marinate it, and because of the ginger garlic and the spices, the marinade would stick well. You can add a little bit of chopped coriander as well. And normally, because I have access to tandoor in my kitchen, I would just thread it on a skewer and put it in tandoori oven. If you don't have a tandoori oven, then you can just put it on a tray and roast it in a normal oven. Or if you have a barbecue going, put it on the barbecue. You need that little caramelized flavor coming through, which makes this dish a unique one. So I'll give this to my tandoori chef. So growing up in India, on the days off like Sunday or the holidays, there used to be specific guys who would come on their small carts with a charcoal-fired stoves on them, and they would be roasting these sweet potatoes on that, and then they would add their variety of spices and dressings and then give you on the street, and you eat it with a wooden spoon. That is still fresh in my mind. So when I was allowed to make a menu for this place, I thought that recipe has to be here. So that's why we have recreated it. So the sweet potatoes are cooked in tandoor and they are ready here. Obviously, being a chef in London, I have to make it look slightly posh. It's absolutely rustic salad back in India, but here I just want to make it really nicely. So there are 3 sauces I'm going to use: mint chutney, tamarind chutney, and sweetened yogurt. Beyond that, I'll put some spices as well on top of it. The first spice is, we call it chaat masala. The backbone of this is actually a salt, a mineral salt called black salt, and then there are about 20-30 different spices are added. So I drizzle that first because that becomes the first layer of flavor building. And then I'll go back and start with my little red chili powder again. I like to make sure that there's a little bit of spiciness coming through, a little bit of coriander powder as well. You can toast this coriander powder if you wish to, but I think the raw coriander also has got a beautiful bite to give. Toasted cumin seeds, that goes on top. And once that's done, I still have got a bit of lemon juice to give. Okay, so let's start with, this is the main flavor builder, that's tamarind chutney, and that goes in drizzle. Yogurt, this is just a sweetened yogurt. And then we have mint and coriander chutney, which goes in. Beautiful pearls of pomegranate. A little bit of chaat masala goes back. A toasted cumin seed at the end. And then, you know, my fine dining training has to come handy, right? I like to put some baby chard because they are so colorful and so vibrant and goes with green and red. I like to use them. This is my sweet potato chaat.